All right, let's take a look at the latest on Idalia. It is a hurricane, Category 1, borderline Category 2, winds of 85 miles per hour. Pressure continues to fall. Now 976 millibars here, but I've actually seen even pressure lower than that in some of the latest passes from the hurricane hunters, all indicating this intensifying as expected as it kicks off here towards the north. But look at this. This is heading through tonight into tomorrow morning, already getting those bands that are going to start to come on shore early in the morning prior to sunrise. Some of the worst of the weather actually could already start to be felt here across the Big Bend area, all the way down through Tampa, and then eventually this starts to move inland over Lake City, Columbia County, starting there around 6-7. This is all still as it's offshore. That landfall is not expected to about 8-9 o'clock here Wednesday morning, and even at that point already starting to see those bands that could produce things like tornadoes and those localized severe thunderstorms and wind gusts with that here as we go ahead through our early morning hours. The good news and bad news. Bad news is that it's moving forward very quickly, so those winds are going to get carried well inland as far as those hurricane strength conditions. The good news with that though is watch this, 3, 4, 5 o'clock, you get that dry air that's on the back side of it. We're still going to see breezy conditions by dinner time, but the rain will be tapering off and conditions will be quickly improving. But with that though, those winds getting carried inland, those hurricane warnings are in place well towards the north. Also storm surge watch in place around Brunswick, Camden and Glenn County, upwards of 2 to 4 feet possible there for you, with that tide being at about 8 to 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, seeing the highest of that water. All right, let's take a look at Columbia, Baker, Bradford, Union. You're probably going to see the worst in our area. That's the first coast. So want you to keep that in mind. Those winds could be gusting upwards of 90 miles per hour there before things start to improve, hopefully by Thursday over towards Friday.